Hello and welcome to Fayette County Public Library Storytime. Our first story today is Ugly Pie. Old Bear woke up one morning with a hankering for pie. Not just any pie, ugly pie. But the only ugly thing he had in his kitchen was some gooey sweet molasses. It tasted just fine, but it wasn't what Old Bear was itching for. So, with a heap of hope and a hitch of his britches, Old Bear went off in search of ugly pie. As he walked along, he sang a song. Sweet molasses, my oh my, I'm itching for some ugly pie. When Old Bear came to Grandpa Grizzle's house, he paused for a little sniff. My, oh my, do I smell ugly pie? Grandpa Grizzle opened his front door. I don't have no ugly pie, but you should give my pie a try. My pleasin' pumpkin pie. That sure is one plump and pleasin' pie, Old Bear said, but I'm just itchin', truly itchin' for some ugly pie. The only ugly things I got in my kitchen are these wrinkled red raisins, said Grandpa, but they're yours if you want 'em. I'm not sure I would want those in my pie. I'm not big about raisin pie. Old Bear thanked Grandpa Grizzle. He popped the raisin into his mouth and continued on his way. As he walked along, he sang a song. Ruby raisins, not too dry, sweet molasses, my oh my. But I'm still itchin', sniffin', wishin' for some ugly pie. Soon, Old Bear stood in front of the house of Ma Hickory and her two cubs, Snip and Snarl. His nose gave a little twitch. My, oh my, do I smell ugly pie? Snip and Snarl opened the door. We don't have no ugly pie, but you should give Ma's pie a try. I wonder what kind of pie it'll be this time. Her righteous rhubarb pie. That sure is one righteous pie, Old Bear said, but I'm just itchin', truly itchin' for some ugly pie. The only ugly things I got in my kitchen are these sour green apples, said Ma Hickory, but they're yours if you want 'em. Old Bear thanked the Hickory family, dropped the apples into his pockets, and hurried on his way. As he walked along, he sang a song. Got the apples of my eye, ruby raisins, not too dry, sweet molasses, my oh my, but I'm still itchin', twitchin', wishin' for some ugly pie. In a short while, Old Bear came to the home of Sweet Cicely. He sighed a little sigh. My, oh my, oh my. Do I smell ugly pie? Sweet Cicely opened the door. I don't have no ugly pie, but you should give my pie a try. Let's see, we've had pumpkin pie and rhubarb pie. I wonder what'll be next. My heavenly honey pie. That sure is one honey of a pie, Old Bear said, but I'm just itchin', truly itchin' for some ugly pie. The only ugly things I got in my kitchen are these bumpy brown walnuts, said Sweet Cicely, but they're yours if you want 'em. Old Bear thanked Sweet Cicely, slipped the walnuts into his bag, and headed on home. As he walked along, he sang a song. I got apples, raisins too, nuts, molasses, but I'm blue. Nothing else will satisfy my craving for some ugly pie. Back home, Old Bear slumped into his kitchen. He unpacked the wrinkled red raisins. Those sure are some ugly raisins. He unpacked the sour green apples. These are the ugliest apples I've ever seen. He unpacked the bumpy brown walnuts. And what am I supposed to do with such ugly walnuts? Old Bear scratched his head. Walnuts? Wait a minute! Ugly apples, raisins too, sweet molasses, nuts. Woohoo! Got an itch to satisfy. Gonna bake some ugly pie. Then Old Bear commenced to a choppin' and a mixin', and a stirrin' and a fixin', and a rollin' and a makin', an ugly pie just fit for bacon. And quicker than you can say Granny Smith, Old Bear's dew filled with a taste bud tempting aroma. His nose itched, his toes twitched, his heart sang, his doorbell rang. Ding dong! I think somebody smells ugly pie. Old Bear opened his door, and there stood Grandma Grizzle, Ma Hickory, Snip, Snarl, and Sweet Cicely. My, oh my, they called. Do we smell pie? Not just any pie, Old Bear said. Ugly pie. And I'm just itching, truly itching, for a passel of neighbors to share it with. Apples, nuts, red raisins too. We love ugly pie, we do. We're so glad that we could try Old Bear's scrumptious, truly wondrous, beautiful, ugly pie. Woohoo! And look at that big old pie. That's plenty to share with the neighbors, I think. And there's even a recipe in this book for ugly pie if you ever want to make it. All right, Miss Lisa.
All right. We've got another book for you today. This one is called Too Many Toys, and it's written by David Shannon. So you guys, do you think you could ever have too many toys? I bet most of the kids would say, no way, right? All right, take a look here. See Humpty Dumpty. Got a creepy spider, got an alien, Legos. Oh, we all love Legos. It's like a monkey. Spencer had too many toys. They covered the floor of his bedroom and piled up in his closet. They were stashed under his bed, and they spilled down the stairs and into the living room. Any of you have that many toys? I think Spencer has a lot. Look at all that. Hard to play with that many, don't you think? He had big toys in his backyard. That big sandbox. Looks like a big old dinosaur, Triceratops. And little toys in the bathtub. How many of you have rubber duckies? Look at all of those. That looks like a fun bathtub. Sometimes Spencer played with nice, quiet wooden pull toys. Other times he played with noisy, crazy electronic toys. He had puzzles and board games and talking books that fueled his mind. And loud, jumpy, frenzied video games that did it. Take a look at those toys. As we read through this book, guys, try to figure out how many of these toys you have in your house. I have puzzles in my house. Spencer liked to make his toys into a parade that stretched from one corner of the house to the other and back again. There was an entire zoo of stuffed animals and a gigantic army of little action figures. Take a look. This might remind you of the movie Toy Story, huh? Lots and lots of toys. You think they all come alive when he's not in the house? All right, he had a fleet of planes and trains and toy boats and a convoy of little miniature trucks and cars. So look at all those toys. He also had lots and lots of musical instruments, art supplies, and alien spaceman weapons. Now, putting paint on musical instruments, I don't think his mom would be happy with that. Oh my goodness. Look at his feet. His feet got in the paint. I guess he's actually on paper, so that might be okay. Everyone gave toys to Spencer. Of course, his mom and dad did, but so did Grandma, Bobo, and Poppy, and Granddaddy, and Auntie Mim, and Uncle Fred, and Cousin Drew. They gave him toys for every holiday, even the July 4th holiday. And lots, of course, for his birthday. He also got toys from all of his friends on his birthday, and on their birthdays too, when he went to their parties. He got toys at the drive-thru with his kid burgers, and at school for having lots of Pearson points, and at the dentist and at the doctor when he didn't squirm. How many of you saved your fast food toys? I think Spencer has a lot of them. Can you read that? That's a lot of, you got it, you said it, toys. Trains, tiddlywinks, or I'm not sure what those are. Some building
toys.
Tinker toys. Looks like Play-Doh, Legos, Jacks. Now they were becoming a problem though in the household. It was a hazard. Have you ever stepped on a Lego piece with your bare feet or a jack? Well, it really hurts, especially if you weigh as much as Spencer's dad. And you can also trip on things like railroad tracks and race cars. If you're carrying loads of laundry, look at his poor mom, all tangled up in that train track. Now one day, Spencer's mom had it up to here with all of the toys. "Spencer!" she yelled on her way upstairs. "You have too many toys." "That's impossible," thought Spencer. And then she said, "We're going to get rid of some of them." How many of you ever heard your parents say that? Let's get rid of your toys? Well, that was a catastrophe in Spencer's mind. "Pick out which toys you don't want," she ordered, "and put them in this box." "But I love all of them," cried Spencer. "All right," said his mom. "I'll help you." So she picked up the Alien Space Ninja. "How about this one? You haven't played with this one in years." But I was just about to," said Spencer. "Spencer," said his mother, "it doesn't even have a head." "Well, I'm making him a new one," said Spencer. "Fine," said his mother, "but this can definitely go." And she put down the alien and picked up a filthy one-eared bunny. "Well, no, Mom, not Mr. Fluffers. How could you get rid of him?" "Well, then we'll get rid of this one." No, that's Mr. Fluffer's best friend." "What about this one?" "But Mother, have you forgotten? Grandma Bobo gave me that one on my 4th birthday. And I'll never be 4 again, not ever." "Oh, please, Spencer," said his mom, rolling her eyes. "Don't be so dramatic." Look at that. "Okay," she said, "you can keep that one, but I'm giving away this pig and this Johnny Choo Choo." "I'll tell you what," countered Spencer. "I'll let you have the pig, but I get to keep Johnny Choo Choo." "What are you, a lawyer now?" asked his mother. "You can keep Johnny Choo Choo, but the cow goes in the box. Is that a deal?" "Well, how about the Gitchy Goomies instead?" said Spencer. "I'll throw away the little pepper of your choice." "How about all of them go in the box? Or you don't get to watch TV for a week." Spencer decided it was in his best interest to just agree with Mom. "Deal," he said. Finally, some toys are in the box, sighed Spencer's mom. I have no idea that this was going to be so much work. She plopped down on the floor next to an egg-shaped pirate. Anybody have an egg-shaped pirate at home? Avast, ye scurvy dog, avast, scurvy dog, derby dog, derby dog. Well, this is another one you can do without, said his mom. No problem, answered Spencer. His mom nearly fell over. What? You're going to give up? Just like that? Sure, said Spencer. That's Dad's. It's not even his toy. He's going to get rid of his dad's toy. And so Spencer and his mom went through every toy box and looked in every closet and under every bed until they had haggled and wrestled and argued over every toy in the entire house. Finally, they were finished, and his mom had a cup of hot tea and a short rest. Take a look at that box of toys. You agree with all that? You think that stuff can go? I think he had a lot. Then she went upstairs and began loading all the toys into the car. But instead of a nice, neat box of toys that was all ready to go, she saw a big pile of messy toys all over the floor. Spencer, she screamed, what have you done? I thought we had a deal. Oh, you're right, Mom, Spencer called from his bedroom. I have too many toys, but we can't give away this box. Uh-oh, I think he just reneged on his deal. This is the best toy ever. So he wanted the box, didn't he? How many of you have ever played with a box? Boxes are so much fun. Look what he did. He drew all the designs on there and taped on pencils. He's using his ray gun. That's called using your imagination. I think that's a great toy. If you look at the back of the book, there's a closet with all the toys sticking out. So that was called Too Many Toys by David Shannon. Now, if you'll notice our board here, we got toys all over the place. It seems like Spencer's toys have got all over our board. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at all these toys, and we need to put them in order because we have some big toys and we have some little toys. So I want you to help me out. We're going to start up here with Mr. Wagon. Okay? Now that looks like a pretty big wagon. We need to find the little one. And you search over that whole board. Can anybody spot it for me? Yep, I think you found it right down here. So there we have a big one and a small one. All right, why don't we try our train next? All right, so there's our big train. Everybody search. Look for the little train. Where is it hiding in all these toys? Yep, here he is, right there. So we have big and small. Small and little mean the same thing. All right, what should we do next? What about the play telephone? This Kim, I don't know if kids have play telephones anymore. I think they just use their parents' phones. All right, so where would the little phone be? Look around. Do we see it? Yep, here it is. Little and small are also the same type of word. All right, well, we got the ball up here. I'm not sure. Does that look like a little ball or a big ball to you? Well, we got to find one that matches, and then we can compare sizes. I think I see it right here. What do you think? We started with the small one, didn't we? And now we have the big one. Or maybe right here we can start with this yellow truck. That looks sort of medium size. Did we find a big one? I think we can. Here we go. Here it is. Oh, it's about to run over this airplane. Let's move that airplane up over here. All right. My son used to love to play with his toy airplanes. I bet some of you have toy airplanes. So there's a little guy. Where's the big one? Anybody spot him? Where is he? Right here it is. So where we got the big and the small. All right, let's move little teddy bear down. Here's our baby doll. Girls, how many baby dolls do you have at home? You've got Barbies. I know some girls have 20 or 30 of them at home. That's probably too many toys. Here's the big baby doll. All right. My girls love their teddy bears and stuffed animals. So here's the baby teddy bear. Oh, there he is. Actually, you know what, guys? When I was a teenager, I had never had a big, big teddy bear. And so my mom and dad got me one that was almost life-size.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. All right, here's an old-fashioned toy. You guys know what that's called? It's a top. You sort of hit the handle at the top and move it up and down, and the whole thing spins. So here's the match to that one, the big one and the little one. All right, looks like we only have 2 toys left. Do you see what's left? We have toy boats, which I think if you try to say toy boat really fast, it's hard. Mm-hmm. So try it at home. Try to say toy boat really fast. Here's the one that matches it. There's the big one. That might be a bathtub toy. All right, what do we have left, boys and girls? Our favorite outside toy, right? The bicycle. Everybody has to have a bicycle. There they are. There is our whole board, all organized now with big and little toys.
All neat.
Oh, yeah, all nice and neat.
All neat.
All right, back to you, Miss Kim.
I remember when I got my first bicycle, I was 8 years old.
Really? 8 years old?
Like for my very own. Yep. Okay. Well, we have one more story today, boys and girls. You're going to have to work and look at this book to help me with it now, because this one says, "Who has this tail?" So we are going to see some tails in this book, and you have to decide whose tail it is. All right, here's our first tail. Think, I wonder whose tail that is. Imagine with me what the other part of this animal looks like. And maybe you have an idea. Let's check and see if you're right. Oh, did you guess that it was a spider monkey's tail? A spider monkey uses its tail to hang on branches. It helps him move through the trees. It's almost like having another hand. Okay, let's try another one. Who has this tail? Let's find out. Did you guess a rattlesnake? A rattlesnake uses its tail to warn its enemies. A rattlesnake's bite is very deadly unless you get medical attention quickly. So he warns his enemies. Ooh, I wonder who has this tail. Are you thinking at home? I just imagine this is the tail of a shark. That is a shark's tail. A shark uses its tail to push itself through the water. I don't mind being around the shark's tail, but I sure don't want to be around his sharp teeth. Oh, look at that tail. Now that is a very long tail. I wonder whose tail this is. Did you guess that a gerbil has this tail? Maybe you have a gerbil at home and maybe you knew because you've seen one. But a gerbil uses its tail to help balance on its hind legs. Isn't that interesting? Every one of these animals, their tails serve a special purpose. Ooh, whose tail is this? We don't see these around here. I'm glad. Did you guess a scorpion has this tail? A scorpion uses its tail to sting its prey. That means he stings the things he wants to eat. All right, here comes another tail. Oh, I wonder whose beautiful tail that is. Wow, nice, big, full, thick, furry tail. I'm sure you have an idea in your mind. Let's check and see whose tail this one is. Ooh, did you guess it was an Arctic fox? That one might have been kind of hard for us. An Arctic fox uses its tail to stay warm when it's cold. While it sleeps, it wraps its tail around its body and it helps keep it warm. Arctic foxes are very pretty. Ooh, I wonder whose tail this is. I have an idea. Do you have an idea, Miss Lisa?
No, I don't.
Mine might be wrong, but let's check and see whose tail this is. Oh. I was right. It's a beaver's tail. Yeah, I guess that one. A beaver uses its tail to steer its way through the water. The last one. Oh, okay. On this page, you can see all the tails and all of the different animal faces, and you could match them up together. Like, can you find the Arctic fox's tail again? Sure you can. Right there it is. And what about, we have some on this page we didn't actually look at earlier. This is a horse. Can you find his tail? Sure, there it is. You found it. And then we have the little spider monkey. Do you see his tail anywhere? There it is. Oh, here's that rattlesnake. Where is his tail? There it is. You remember he uses his tail to warn his enemies. And then we had the shark. And there's his tail. Now here's one we didn't do. This is a peacock. Which tail do you think belongs to this peacock? You're right. It's right in the middle over here. Very good job. Let's just look and see what all these animals look like. Here they are. Miss Lisa, will you help me? There are all those animals. We have these tails. Lots of nice animals. I'm sure you like animals. You might even have a pet at home that you like. Okay, well, that is all today for our story time. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you have a very good day. Bye-bye.
Bye.